I'm Sheila with Inspirational Teaching Solutions, and today I'm going to tell you how I help my struggling readers in my history classroom. Historical experts all believe that students should read primary sources to learn history. And a textbook is a secondary source, and that's where experts get together, they read through the primary sources, and they decide what gets put into the textbooks. Well, as many of us have seen, there are often entire groups of society that have not been included. Their contributions are not in the history textbook. And so it's important for students to get a complete view of history, and the way to do that is to use primary sources. But the problem with the use of primary sources in the classroom is that primary sources are extremely difficult to read. Primary sources oftentimes will use very outdated language that no one uses anymore. It will have very large vocabulary words that people don't understand. And so it's very difficult for a student to read that. And if you have a student that's an ELL student, then it's even more frustrating for them in terms of trying to do the academic piece and learn the language at the same time. So what I was doing was I was actually reading the documents to them. Well, if you teach 6 or 7 classes a day and you have 2 or 3 sources per class, that's just not going to be a sustainable situation for you. And so what I started doing, I started using my iPad and creating a read-along. And so the way that you do this is I load the document into Shobi. Shobi is the platform that I really prefer. I like it much better over Google Classroom. My students find it to be very user-friendly. Their parents like it because their parents have access. So I use the Shobi Classroom. And so just the way that you do this, you just go up in the corner on your iPad and there's a little icon right here, and you make sure that you hold down on that icon and it brings up this. And you want to make sure that this piece right here is red. This is your microphone. And you want to make sure that your microphone is turned on before you start that recording. Because if you don't, then you're going to go through this whole document and do all of this work only to find out that there is no sound. And that is so frustrating. And I've done that so many times. So I'm really trying to make sure that I get that habit of making sure that's turned on. And then all you do, you just hit that button and it gives you a countdown. And so during the countdown is when I will go to the document. And when you have that, you'll see at the top corner there, right here, it is red. So that's showing that it's recording on the iPad. So then what I do is I just use the Shobi marking tools. Many times I will use my Apple Pencil and I just read the document. But I don't just actually read blah, 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 document. I go through and I will stop and I'll ask questions. I'll be like, what does that mean? Well, who is this person? Well, this is an interesting date. Why do we need to know this? What are these pieces of information in here for? Why is this important? How are these connections made? And you go through that process. That's what a good reader does. And our students that are struggling readers, they don't always have that skill, and they don't always do that. And so to hear you doing that and modeling that for them is going to really help them build those skills that they need. So then I just use the Shobi markup tools, and I will go through there and I'll go, what does this word mean? So I will circle it. And then I can go through and go, well, let's see. I think I'm going to have the main idea be this color. And so I will highlight what I think is the main idea. And then I will go in and go, I think that I want the supporting details to be this color. So we'll go through and I'll do that. And I'll go, I think I might need to know, there's things that I'll need to know maybe for a test. So I think I'm going to make the people this color and the dates are going to be this color. And so when the students get through this process, they have this whole color-coded document that is going to help them in the long run develop these skills. And so then what I end up doing, I will take the video and I will load it into our class YouTube channel. I have found that saving these videos on your iPad, eventually it just makes your iPad really, really slow. So you want to get those off of there. And so I created a class YouTube channel, and that's also good for students because we do video projects in my class, and then that way they can just load them onto the class YouTube channel, and I don't have all that stuff on my iPad. The other good thing about having a class YouTube channel, parents can actually go in there and they can see what your student's video was, and they like that. So I put my video on the class YouTube channel, and then I put the link to that video into Shobi with the document. So if this was document 1, then there would be a video link with this that'll say in the comment box, go to this link for the read along. And so then the students can open this up into split screen. So they have their blank document on one side of the screen and they have my video on the other. And then they just go through and listen to my video, and they go through the document as I went through it on the video. And so when they're finished, their document will look just like mine. And that is going to build those skills that those students need to become stronger readers. Now, we can't do this for them forever. And so it's very important that you don't do this the whole school year. You need to slowly withdraw those supports for those students. And so I will stop circling the words that they might not know and then ask those as a check for understanding on a separate document. And so then I will stop providing the supporting details. I'll say, so what are the supporting details here? What are some connections of these ideas? Cause and effect. Well, what are some of these people? What did they do? And I will have students go through where ultimately they will even be writing summaries so that I can tell that they understood what they read. I will randomly read a different paragraph each time. So one time I'll read the last paragraph, and another time I'll read the first paragraph, and then I'll read the middle paragraph, or just whatever you can do to slowly withdraw those supports for those students so that they are completely developing these skills so that when they go on into the future, whether it be high school, college, whatever, then they will have developed these skills which are so important for them. So I hope you found this helpful. I'm Sheila with Inspirational Teaching Solutions, and I'll see you next time. Bye.